The call came while I was 40 feet underwater. Your son is gone. Those were the words that broke my world in half. 10 years old. Wheelchair bound. Shot by our neighbor over 3 inches of grass. She killed my boy and smiled in court. And a Navy SEAL. I fought in places most people can't find on a map. I know 100 ways to end a life, and that day, I almost used every one of them. Before we begin, tell me where you're watching from, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more stories like this one. The call had come during a dive drill 40 feet under, oxygen humming in my ears when my commander's voice came through my headset. Lieutenant Commander Hayes, surface immediately. Family emergency. Those 2 words, family emergency, froze my blood. I broke protocol, shot through the water like a missile. Nothing could have prepared me for the words waiting at the surface. Sir, there's been an incident at your home. Your son is gone. Heh. My boy. 10 years old, born with cerebral palsy, but stronger than anyone I knew. One because someone did like our lawn. Patricia Holloway, HOA president, professional busybody, queen of rules. She had been a nightmare since the day we moved in. Complaints, citations, threats, our trash cans, our ramp, our existence. That morning, she came with a tape measure and a camera. Jake was out front, lining up his toy cars, humming to himself. She barked at him, demanded to see his mother. Jake tried to point toward the house. His words came slow, his speech was affected. But Patricia was patient. She never was. I made the rules here, Chet said. And your family needs to learn respect. Jake started to cry. Rebecca, my wife, heard him from the kitchen and ran outside. She found Patricia towering over our son. Get away from my boy. Our lawn is in violation, Patricia snapped. You people don't belong here. Rebecca's patience finally broke. 2 years of harassment poured out in one slap across Patricia's smug face. Patricia stumbled, shocked, then reached into her jacket. Hold a gun. You assaulted me, she said. Rebecca froze. Please put that down. Patricia was listening. She aimed at Jake. One shot. Then another. When neighbors came running, Jake was gone, lying in his mother's arms on the lawn. Over 3.5 inches of grass. I landed in our driveway 40 minutes later, still dripping from training gear. There was blood on the concrete. Jake's cars, red, blue, green, yellow, still lined up, waiting for him to finish his race. He never would. Rebecca was in the hospital. Patricia was in custody, already calling her lawyer. Detective Rodriguez met me outside. And sorry, Commander. We'll get her. She'll never walk free. But I've seen too much of the system to believe that. The funeral broke me. Ginny white casket. Comic book stickers. Superman. Batman. Spider-Man. Rebecca in a wheelchair beside me, her eyes empty. I wore my uniform. Jake had always said I looked like a superhero. But I could even save him. Then the news came. Patricia's lawyer held a press conference. My client is a respected community leader who acted in self-defense. They painted her as a victim. Made Rebecca look unstable. Barely mentioned Jake at all. I wanted to kill her. And I could've. But Micah's voice echoed in my head. You have another child to think about. Rebecca was pregnant. We had told anyone. If I destroyed myself for revenge, she'd lose everything. The trial came months later. The defense twisted every fact. Painted Patricia as anxious and harmless. Tore Rebecca apart on the stand, brought up her antidepressants, her grief, her motherhood. Then Patricia took the stand. Tears, trembling hands, perfect performance. I was terrified. I did mean to shoot the boy. Some jurors even cried for her. The verdict? Not guilty on murder. Not guilty on second degree. Guilty on voluntary manslaughter. 7 years. 7 years for killing a child. She smiled when she heard it. That night, I sat at Jake's grave. And sorry, buddy, I failed you. For the first time in months, I broke. Right until there was nothing left. I wanted justice. But revenge would take what little I had left Rebecca, and our unborn child. So I chose something else. I built a foundation in Jake's name. Fought for HOA reform. Testified before lawmakers about what harassment can do to families. 3 states passed new laws. Patricia died of a heart attack in prison after 4 years. I didn't go to her funeral. Rebecca gave birth to our second son that spring. We named him Jake. He has his brother's eyes. That grief never fades. You just learn to carry it. And somewhere, I hope my boy knows. Justice may have failed, but love never will.